I'm of course it's gonna pop up in my mind, but it won't be anything too serious.
In that game, though, when you did the X-ray and all, they told you what they saw and all. What were your thoughts?
I don't know. I didn't think I did anything serious. When I walked off the field, I thought I was gonna be able to go back out there and play, but they didn't want to take a chance. So a week later, I got the X-ray, MRI back. They said I tore it a little bit. It's hard to really imagine because I didn't think. I felt fine. I was walking normal. The swelling was down. But it's just one of those weird things that kind of happen.
You all have exercised a lot of demons the past couple of years, beating South Carolina. How much do you talk about the fact that you haven't beat Georgia Tech in Atlanta in 13 years?
Sweeney brought it up in one of the preseason meetings. One of our goals is to go down there and win, of course. It's going to be a challenge for us. We haven't won down there, like you said, since 2003. So it's a good challenge to break that and go down there and improve the 4-0.
They tell you all the weird things that happen at Georgia Tech with the procedure penalties and take back touchdowns, all the crazy stuff that's happened during the streak deal.
They haven't mentioned it. Of course, a lot of crazy things that happened before, but we haven't really mentioned it. We do our job and play comes to ball. Everything else will take care of itself.
What did you learn last year in the Louisville week about how to prepare on a short week?
Just get a lot of rest. Watch as much film as you can. And, we did a good. Coach Sweeney does a great job during camp of getting a couple of days preparing for these guys. Whoever we're playing on a short week, and just whenever this week come up, not starting over, just starting from where we picked off or left off from. The previous days that we did over camp, and just really just getting all the rest you can.
You always mentioned getting rest. Did you enjoy the fact Saturday that you had a really short day and you got to pretty much be a spectator for most of the afternoon?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the time I was able to play, and then the time I was watching the other people play, and then after the game, getting a lot of rest, watching other teams play around the country.
Deshaun, was Saturday what you guys needed? The last couple of days been a lot, happier, better attitudes, the mood better among the guys.
The mood's always been good around here. Nothing that we really panicked about or is too frustrated about. Things happen all the time. But it's something that we want to improve on. Of course, of the season. Great team to improve each and every week. So we got better. A lot of people got more experience. A lot more depth was improved over the course of the game and the weekend. So it was something that we really needed going into this week.
What are you seeing from them on film?
They're very talented, very disciplined. They know what they're doing. We just got to be ready to play.
Anything extra to you that's in Atlanta?
Anything that means extra to me? Of course, it's hometown, home state at least. A lot of fans, a lot of people that watch me play in high school. It's going to be at the game, and it's like homecoming. So.
Last year's, or 2 years ago, excuse me, the game at Georgia Tech, it was a noon game. It was later in the year. This one being a Thursday night, ESPN, obviously a lot more attention being paid to Clemson. Will that be a little extra special or exciting going into it?
Not really, because each game, no matter how big it is from the outside, it's going to be special for us. We treat each and every opponent the same, no matter who we're playing or what type of week or what type of record they have. Of course, this game's going to be very exciting. All eyes is going to be on us that Thursday night, and we just got to go out there and show what we got and play some ball.
Have the coaches hammered home the whole haven't won since 2003 thing?
Nah, you don't want to hammer too much on the past because it's a whole different team. It's 2016, so that was 13 years ago. We can't live in the past. We gotta, worry about the present and what we're doing now.
Did they hammer home that's the last time you guys lost a regular season game?
The story of the game down there a couple of years ago, other than your injury, was the turnovers. That's how Georgia Tech won the game. What does their defense do that allows them to create so many?
stayed in that game and nothing happened, do you think you guys would have won that game?
I guess so. I wouldn't say we would have lost. I never want to lose on the favorite. But who knows what would happen.
No TVs in the training room there in Atlanta?
I think it was one, but I was in the back. I was just kind of devastated. When they moved to kind of, watch the game, I was just kind of hurt. The shot when they was sitting up on me. I think it was like the radio instead.
You dealt with that twice that year, where you start a game and then you get knocked out with an injury in the first half. What is that feeling like when you start a game and then you're not able to help play part of the game that ended up being either close or lost?
It's tough because you want to be out there with the guys. And, all the work over the summer, over the course of the week, just preparing for the game in the moment. And you get knocked out. Every competitor want to finish the game. I think they're really not. But you just got to cheer the guys who next on and hope that they do the best they can do.
What are the different things surrounding this game for you? Is this one any different than what happened a couple years ago was going back to the state of Georgia? You didn't get to finish it the last time. Does this game mean a little bit more? Is it a little bit different for you going back down there than maybe some of the other road games?
I guess so. Just again going back home, and, a lot more family friends are going to be there, and people like that. So, and of course, I didn't get to finish it, when I was a freshman. But I figure all the games are pretty much the same. Very exciting. It means a lot to me. Because you only get 12 Saturdays, or 12 games, and that is pretty much promised. You just got to take advantage of all of them.
We probably asked you this last year, but are there any players for Tech that you're close with or know from competing against in high school?
I know it was last year. I know JJ Green. I think he plays running back. He was at Georgia, but he transferred to Georgia Tech. I think I played against Corey Griffin, the safety in high school. That was probably one guy that I played against. I can't remember.
When you look at their defensive secondary, is there anything back there that intrigues you as they show coverages and try to hide things? They do things a little differently than anybody else you've seen?
Nothing different. It's kind of hard to say because I see all types of stuff in practice every day with Coach B and his defense. So it's something that we won't have. I haven't seen before. It's just all of it is kind of just if you basically on the play. If you get your eyes where your eyes need to be disciplined with the reads that you have. Coach E and Coach Scott do a great job of creating plays that no matter what they run, we have answers for it.
A couple times this year when you needed to make a play, Hunter Renfro's been kind of your guy. Do you think this offense is going to miss him on Thursday? And are you plenty confident that there's going to be a new go-to guy maybe from the line?
Of course, Hunter's the guy that kind of opens up the game. He's a guy that makes plays, smart. His IQ is very high. He's a ball player. But we do have a lot of guys that playmakers that have an opportunity to go out there and show they got it and they can make good plays also. So that's the beauty and the beauty about this offense and this team. You have so many playmakers that can go in there and perform at the high level too.
Coach Sweeney told us that after Coach Venable, is this going to be Zarek Cooper on the scout team replicating that Georgia Tech offense? How well do you think we'll be able to do that, replicate Justin Thomas in that offense?
He'll be fine. It's kind of hard to see. We're worried about what we're doing over there, so it's kind of hard to see what they're scheming and what they're doing over there. So I bet he'll be fine.
In particular, what have you seen from him and kind of how he stepped up his game?
And he's always been a guy that's been waiting for his opportunity to come out and perform as an athlete and do a lot of different things. And that was his time, so he's taking advantage of it.
Everybody always talks about how difficult it is for the defense to, in a short week, especially Georgia Tech, to get prepared. How hard is it for an offense to get prepared in a short week for a Thursday night game?
the same amount of time. So, you know, you just gotta, you know, watch a lot of film and then really hammer down the main things that they really do on the defense and try to, you know, scheme and do a whole bunch of different things. So, you know, you just gotta take advantage of your time that you have and not waste it.
The offense spent too also. I said the offense spent some time on them during camp as well.
Yeah, we both did. Offense and defense.
Do you like Thursday night game?
I like any game day. We can play on Tuesday or Wednesday. Once I'm playing.
Their style of offense tends to chew up a lot of clock. Is that, you know, the knowledge that maybe you have a couple less possessions in a game like this, make each, you know, put a little more microscope on each possession that you do have?
Not so much, just because, you know, we, no matter who we're playing another spread team, it's up tempo, if we're playing triple option team, you know, we always stress that we, you know, end with a kick, you know, whether it's a punt, field goal, or extra point, or whatever it is, you know, we try to get points if we can. But, you know, each drive is very critical, no matter, you know, what type of offense you're going against on the other side. You know, we try to get points each and every time. If you're doing that, then you're not using the punt, you know, we've been very successful.
Last week you said that this offense, you guys were trying to get your swagger back a little bit. Where would you say you guys are at with that right now, heading into Thursday?
Oh, we're very confident. You know, a lot of swag on both sides of the ball, and also special teams. So all three phases was shown Saturday, and what we have in depth. You know, we just got to continue it and build on it.
One of your favorite targets from last year has been noticeably absent this year. What's going on with Jordan Leggett in the game plan? What have you seen?
Nothing. Nothing really. Just depends on how the defense is. You know, he's a finalist for the tight end award, so you know